10 o'clock, we'll call this meeting order, February 2nd, 2015. Sample pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll start on public comment. Do we have any public comment?
Mr. Chairman,
Go
I
ahead.
understand, Brian Holm with the Solid Waste Department, I understand there was a claim last week that I submitted, you guys had a question on?
Is there-
Am I mistaken?
I think so.
Yeah, there was. You had cleared that, of course, with a couple of us commissioners, but you had a dinner meeting and invited your board to that dinner meeting, and there was a claim for it, and it did not get signed last week by the chairman.
Okay. Any questions on that?
I don't even remember it.
It was in the stack.
Was it? And I don't know any reason why I didn't sign it. I don't even recall the,
Okay.
So will you be going downstairs to sign it after the meeting then, so that we can let Brian know that he can
well,
get it?
yeah, if it's in this, I don't know if it's in this stack or,
Last time I saw it is when I put it in the
yeah.
pocket downstairs, so I don't know where it's at.
I don't recall, the only one I recall is that, bill on the loader. It wasn't attached to that, was it?
No. It was a separate, it was a department credit card bill. So, if there's need any explanation on why we did it, I'm willing to do that now.
Okay, go ahead while you're at it then.
Well, what do you want to know? It was an appreciation dinner for my board at Christmas time. They're a volunteer board. They don't charge us any mileage. I believe that is an option that they could do. If they wanted to do that, it would run us about $30 a month in mileage charges, or better, depending on how many board members we have. And they don't do that, so I said, well, I'll buy you guys dinner at Christmas time just to let them know that I do appreciate what they do.
Mr. Chairman, I think that is fine. When elections come, Doug buys pizza for his election judges that are working.
Yeah, they give up roughly 20 hours of time a year
Yeah,
or better for the board, so,
I think that's at least what you do.
okay. Then I can assume that we'll be paid.
And we did get a confirmation from the chairman. It's also not taxpayer money that's paying for it, so no tax dollars.
Right.
As your department doesn't run on tax dollars.
Pay a fee to have your trash removed.
Yeah, like I say, Mr. Wayne, sure with the others, I don't know. I guess that's the one I didn't sign, apparently.
Okay. Then if that's it,
Yeah. Thank you.
you bet.
Yes. Any other public comment? Okay, we'll go on to the multi-minute Commissioners Community Update. Everything?
I think it was a great Super Bowl game, and I loved the ending. And I held myself back and didn't call the son-in-law and say, how'd you like that?
I wanted to also state I like the Super Bowl as well, although I did not like the ending. But the DUI task force volunteers, it's a volunteer board also, and they put on a Super Bowl party for the kids. They have all kinds of prizes they can win for staying at the party, and the idea is to get kids away from parties where their parents might be drinking, away from parties where their peers might be drinking, non-alcoholic, they have to stay the entire time. They have a hoard of food, they have great prizes, I understand the TV is one of them. So kudos to that group, the DUI Task Force, and kudos to the volunteers that serve on that board and put in their time for the Super Bowl party.
That is a nice thing.
That is.
Where was it? Did they have the school or?
The school, usually. In the gym, isn't it? Yeah, just in the gym, yeah. But they do it every year.
Yeah, at one time, did they have it for Legion or something, or Betsy someplace? This is several years ago. Or maybe that was the graduation, I don't know. Anyway, that's good, yeah. And I guess last 2 years, there's a postage meter. I don't see any place to sign on it or anything. Do you know anything about this?
I don't, I can check with Nicole if you like.
Elaine, I don't know where it's set right here.
Alright, there's also some commissioner community updates that I wanted to talk to you guys about, if that's okay, since it is this item for the agenda, before getting into mail. The Winston Fire Hall wants a support letter from the commission, and what I would like to do is get together with them, get the language they want in the support letter, and then draft that. So if it's okay with you guys, I'll do that and send an email version. You can edit as you will, and then get signatures that way. Do I have the commission's approval for that?
Awesome.
Yeah.
The second one is Mike Myers. This is kind of following up on Sharon's question last week on the building project. The Lewis and Clark County just built a new search and rescue building, $1.4 million. We're looking at about a tenth of that for ours. But there were going to be 4 of us. Wynn did not make it, neither did Sean Higley, but Mike Myers and I did. We stayed for about 2.5 hours and asked the sheriff, as well as members of Search and Rescue and the commission, what did you write? What did you do wrong? What can we avoid? What can we learn from you? We compared space. It was really a 2.5 hour time frame well spent. And then also the Transportation Commission, that was last Thursday. A big group of the citizens from Winston joined me. For anyone who's not sure what this is, the city of Winston is asking for a reduced speed. It's currently 70 miles an hour. There's 5 businesses right there on the highway, a crosswalk across Highway 287, a bus stop on the opposite side of the highway, as 52 subdivided lots, not including the city of Winston. So the community has come together, and there's been a couple of meetings where they've asked for a reduced speed. From what I heard, it was going to be an uphill battle. MDT did a speed study and found that it wasn't necessary. The Transportation Commission could not have been more accommodating, more gracious. We just have to put together a resolution, hold the public hearings, and we can reduce the speed to 55. So I would like to advertise that for 2 weeks, and I'll put together the resolution, swing it by Corey, and start that this week, get on the agenda, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
And I apologize for not being there. I was spending time with the doctors last week, so.
That's much more important. And it was good to have the residents, that probably was more important.
Public comment.
Go ahead.
I'd like to thank the commission for their work there. I live about 3 miles outside of Winston and use the Winston post office all the time. And it's incredible the accidents I see down there and have seen. It's a miracle nobody's been killed. And when you're when you're driving east and turning into the Winston store there, even though people aren't supposed to pass you, I had a huge semi come around me at 70 miles an hour there with a little foreign car right behind it, and the foreign car almost rear-ended me at 70 miles an hour. So there's a true need for that. And again, I thank the commission for their work on that. Alan from the post office there's just been chewing my ear off about this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen was there. Yes. Also, we killed that bad bill, you guys got the Mako, House Bill 182. It died on third reading. And we had two really successful receptions, one on energy, this was for legislators, the other on law enforcement. We had defense, prosecution, all facets of law enforcement, county attorneys, victim services, and it was sponsored by MSPOA and Board of Crime Control jointly with 7 other agencies. We had more people, we had about double the people we expected, so. Yeah, it was a busy week. It was one of those weeks where I really liked this job.
Were there a lot of people at the listening here?
Yeah, there was about a dozen of us total, and it was at the MDT office upstairs. So it was better than I could have dreamed. So it was very good.
I'm gonna bring this claim up here. It's from 5,000, it goes to Office Readoff. County Health Officer, Year Commissioner for service rendered by Family Medical Clinic as County Health Officer for 2014. Charges for the amount of 5,000 are being submitted. If you have a question, please feel free to contact me if they give your attention to this matter. Sincerely, Alicia, RN. I said, Elaine, I said, you need to get a claim, and I guess this is about as good as we get from Doc, so I'm gonna approve that, and I'll take it and have Tammy make up the claim on it.
I'll make a motion.
Point of order, that should go to the Board of Health first to approve that.
The problem is they won't meet for another 3 months.
No, but there shouldn't be, that should be by the end of the fiscal year, so we have till June.
Okay, that's true.
That this doesn't have to be paid till. I don't know, who's the head of the health board there now? This last gal resigned.
I'm the chairman, you're the vice chairman.
Pay attention, huh?
This mail that, for the mailing permit, Franklin, you just need to fill it out. It doesn't look like there is a spot for a signature, but what I would do, oh, sorry about that, number 3, applicant's signature. So you'll want to put your signature here, but also fill out these lines. Your ID number, that would be at the federal agency code might be the federal tax ID number. You'll want to double check that, and you can do that downstairs.
I'll send it you to Doug Liddy with
I'm not sure that's Doug's to take care of, that would be commissions.
I sure don't have any tax ID numbers.
No, but you can get those, we all have those.
I used to have it memorized. I think they know it.
Yeah,
I don't know if Dana's gonna make it or not, I guess we can
too much important stuff, huh?
go on with the minutes for January 26th and January 23rd.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, January 26th and 23rd.
Second.
And who does that to pay the, actually pay, to approve the minutes of 23rd and 26th. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Franklin, you signed under the deputy clerk and recorder. You need to sign on the correct line there.
Have my glasses on too, right?
Thanks.
Let's see what the, here's the amount for these claims. I don't have it. Does anybody have the amount for these claims?
There should be a thing without, mail.
I haven't run across it here yet.
There should be a payroll one and also a claims one.
Oh, maybe it's,
Nope,
no, this isn't.
but you're coming up on it.
This should be summary payroll. Okay, the payroll, 147. You wanna make a motion?
How much was
Payroll is 147,172.94 cents.
I'll make a motion. Payroll, 147,000 plus.
Second.
Moving in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Let's see.
Just anywhere. You're the only one that signs that.
Is that one on there?
Thank you.
Here's the other one. Okay, we got total claims of $45,533.72.
Repeat that amount, please.
$45,533.72.
Will we pay those approved claims in the amount of 45,533.72?
Second.
Moving second to pay the claims of, I gotta call it again, $45,533.72. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, did you sign?
Oh,
This second.
look at all the lines and the other one doesn't.
Thank you.
It's some mail. Oh, I just, oh.
What should be mine?
Very well. This must be mine. Lost it. Here's,
Hey, Dana.
oh,
Morning.
how you doing?
Good.
You're on.
Am I late?
Now, we have stuff there, so we're okay.
All right. Okay, had some training last week. I did. That done. On my little notes here somewhere. Okay, don't have a lot here. We're just trying to get some stockpiling done right now from the line plant. Getting quite a bit of that done. Put a ditch in on the north side of the road on Hahn Road. If that water comes, you know, I mean, if we get some early water or something, you know, it was gonna come down to where it makes the corner and then come across the road again, so we finished that ditch. So hopefully most of it will stay on the north side of the road. I'm hoping it don't come, but you never know, so, anyway. It's up at Eustis Road here the other day, and we got to put a pipe in up there, right down there at the bottom end, just at the edge of the pavement. You know, I don't know how you've been up that road, but, there's a big mud hole collects there every year when that water comes down off there, or when we get a big rain or something, you know, so we're gonna put a pipe in across there. I talked to the landowners down below, you know, just to see if it was gonna cause any problem, you know, and they all know that something's gotta be done, so, I mean, it's a natural coulee that goes down through there anyway, so. Anyway, we're gonna probably try to do that this spring. Gonna try to get that, rest of that Rolling Glen Ranch Road done this summer. Gonna take off a couple more hills and kind of straighten out one piece. Oh, right there by the old Dunbar Road, it kind of veers in and it's the right-of-ways. You know, actually the right-of-way is probably about 8 feet into the west side of the road, so the whole thing's gotta be moved over just a little bit. You can see it as you're going down the road, so, and where it makes that curve, you know, back toward that one subdivision up there, Mountain View.
I can't keep them all straight.
But anyway, the one up on Rolling Glen Ranch Road, that's on there, so. Anyway, that'll take a little bit, won't take much, but I'm just trying to get some stuff, you know, lined up here for the next, you know, as soon as it gets thawed out here a little bit, so. I don't know when that's gonna be, whatever. Manager's coming, so I don't know who else going, but just be aware of that, beginning of March in Great Falls.
Is it always in Great Falls?
It has been for the last four years or so. They've had it in Hamlin and
And
Kalispell.
that's when they sent out here a while back, isn't it? Memo.
I think so,
That's what happened.
yeah. We're gonna be hosting here in Broadwater County, we're gonna be hosting an LTAP gravel roads class. And all it is, I mean, might go out to the 4-H building probably. Because I'm assuming there's probably gonna be somewhere in the neighborhood of 30, 40 guys here for a day or two, so.
Nice.
Anyway, they try to do it different parts of the state every year, you know, just kind of see how everybody is. You know, get a chance from the eastern guys to come over and take a look and see what we got, and, you know, us to go over there or whatever, so. Anyway, that'll be in May. They
So
haven't
do
said-
you do a lunch?
Yeah, there'll be a lunch, and then, you know, LTAP usually pays for that. They'll, you know, we'll find somewhere to cater it in and whatnot, so. Be a day of training, and then they'll go out in the field for a day, and we'll look at different things, whatever, so.
Nice.
Anyway, that's in May.
In May. okay.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure, they haven't set that in stone yet, so, you know, when it gets closer, we'll let you know, but.
I think the commissioner should buy donuts for those guys. This kind of is a nice year.
You know, they'll eat.
I bet they would.
So, one more thing, I was asked
I
to
like that idea.
ask by my crew about this longevity thing that they talked about last summer. And I guess they're wondering if anything's been done with it, if anything's getting done with it, or anything like that.
I don't think anything's been done.
So I know, I think you were looking into it or something.
Corey is just doing all that longevity on the sheriff's department and stuff, you know.
something.
I think you were gonna
You-
check in
you
the surrounding
suggested-
counties what's going on.
Yeah, you were gonna check in to see exactly what there was to do with it. And, so, like I said, they're wondering.
Okay.
Well, and we just,
Yeah, 'cause next
Sorry.
week, I'll be able to find out something.
Okay,
At that meeting, I'll be talking to something at once.
all right.
well, and because we've been buried in problems in trying to get situated at the sheriff's office with their budgets and salaries and all that. So the 56 cents will be showing up in your guys'
Yeah.
checks this month. Retroactive.
Middle of the month, or end of the month? They're wondering that too.
I know.
I don't know, but I can check into it and find out, but you know.
Okay. Me, myself, I don't worry about it too much, but some people do.
Well, and, yeah. I'll check into it and give you a holler.
Okay, sounds good. You gonna check into that?
Yeah, I'll usually. I got a couple of things here. Tom Webb got hold of me, and it was kind of reminded for in March when the roads, Toma Road.
Oh, Toma Road.
And Owen's Grave Road there.
Okay.
They just want me to let you know that it's kind of put on your agenda for sometime there in March, weather
Yeah.
permitting, you know.
What I'd really like to do on that, I've been looking at that a little bit, and I'm gonna talk to somebody, probably DEQ, JJ Connor maybe, and see if I can possibly open up a little bit of a pit right there on that chunk of BLM where the marble quarry's at there, and see if I can't get a little bit of pit run out of there so I can cover some of that stuff up, so I don't gotta haul it for 10, 12 miles. I mean, if I could get something opened up there, it would take a matter of 2 days and I could have it done.
Is that kind of a shale, red shale?
Yeah, it's that reddish.
Yeah, yeah.
Material, you know, I mean, it's got some binder and stuff.
Yeah.
Because all that's there right now is that rock that Willie pulled out of that ditch, you know, we had to do something with it just because of the darn,
That Toma Road or both of them?
well, Toma Road. You know, we haven't done anything on it. You know, we just laid
Well-
that. Oh, it's great.
Right, okay.
But, you know, it's just the idea that there was nothing there, and the water comes across there in the spring, and it just runs across, there's no material there. There never has been, so. Willie thought he could find some, but he didn't. He found rocks.
Sure.
So anyway, yeah, I know that's in the back of my mind there. The rest of the road looks pretty good, that stuff out toward Crow Creek. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, now which one you talk about, Upper Kempton Lane or which one?
Well, no, the one from Rayersburg on out toward Crow Creek.
Oh, that, okay.
You know, we were having a little tough time
Yeah,
out here a
yeah,
couple years ago.
okay.
You know, by putting that clay on it, but she's pretty tight right now, so. You know, a lot of times it takes
Well, yeah,
a
we'll
little
be-
time.
I won't be hearing
People
about
just-
that.
Huh?
Hope I won't be hearing about that.
Well,
Of course, I
you
just
should.
should on
I
you.
mean,
Yeah, no, that's great.
sometimes it takes a couple years to get the stuff where you need it, unless you got the money and the time to just flat buy the material and put it on it, you know, which we don't normally, so. Just take time and get it done. Just have to hopefully be a little bit patient sometimes. I went by and checked on that water up there on Hosfeld and Muddy Lane. They must have, looks like they got that taken care of, so. No more water coming.
Yeah, by the next
Yeah.
morning that time, it was completely down. In fact, I don't think there's any water coming there.
Ice was sinking good. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we got that taken care of, so. And the CRN will thank you for that. Other than that, that's about all I got.
Oh, and one more The weight limit sign that was next to the railroad tracks there,
Fell down.
and apparently the railroad knocked it over. They were driving over, so I just picked it up, moved it out of the way there, so.
They ran over it?
With a pickup, it looked like, but I don't know what knocked it down. So anyway,
Yeah, well, they said they couldn't get it in very deep. So, I'll figure something out, get it in. I might
See,
move it
that's-
up closer to the bridge.
yeah, so
on
that's the
other side.
crossing that they go on and off with them trucks, so when they're going down the rails.
Okay.
And so I assume maybe they used more, I don't know, I assume that's where I knocked it over,
Yeah.
but then I see a pickup drove over, so
And it could
I
have
just
been,
moved off to the side a little bit there.
it could have been the wind too, because they told me they couldn't get it in very deep, it was just hard.
I bet it was.
So, I might move it on up toward the bridge further, up on that other sign. You know, there's that
Mhm.
narrow, that one lane bridge sign or whatever
Right,
is there.
I think it's
And maybe I'll just put it there for now, till I can get it, until things thaw out a little bit, and I can move it back.
Mhm.
Because it should be back, you know, at least before the tracks, so they don't drive up on the tracks and then all of a sudden decide they can't, or they're not supposed to go.
Yeah, I just want to tell you about that, so
Okay.
that's
Alright.
all I have.
Okay,
I haven't heard any complaints.
well, that's good. That's good.
Thank
You
you.
hear that? All right,
That's right.
okay,
Thank you.
Thank
so I'll
you.
just let them know you'll check into that. Okay. All right, next.
Okay, Julie's experience with family insurance. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Well, it's that time of the year to work on the renewal for the application.
Comes fast.
It does come fast. This year, Mako started a new agency management system, so everything's going online and it's awesome. It's making things lots easier, quicker, less errors, I should say. Last year, we removed a bunch of property from the fairgrounds, so it's no longer on here. I just updated all of this. This is the equipment, the property, and the vehicles for the county.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you see anything on there that, it should all be current. Let me see, and, the designated risk manager, so Mike. Yes,
Our safety coordinator is Brian Hone.
okay,
Could you put him also?
I certainly can.
All right. Is he still here to protest?
What's Brian's number, do we know? I can find out.
What's your number?
980-2057.
980?
2057.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
All right. Total property for the county with equipment and vehicles is $23,982,985. They did a 2% inflation guard this year. So I updated all that. Total number of employees was 60. Appointed elected officials is 8. I don't think that's changed. We have boiler machinery coverage, $2,000 deductible. We still don't have any county employee, EMTs, paramedics, first responders. Nothing has changed there.
No, I think those are under the hospital. aren't
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
EMTs?
they always have
Yeah,
been.
okay.
I just make sure they have been. One full-time nurse, one part-time nurse. Estimated number of volunteers for the year, 107. That's about the same as it was last year.
Yes.
Okay.
In our heads up to people of this county, 175.
Obvious, absolutely. I do need to ask these questions. has any person, former employee or job applicant made any claim alleging unfair or improper treatment regarding hiring, advancement, or termination of the employment that has not already been submitted? That you know about that hasn't been submitted? Any disputes involving segregation, discrimination, or violations of civil rights arisen? Do you follow a formal written grievance procedure for employee disputes and complaints?
Yes.
Do you have any knowledge or information of any incidents, occurrence which might arise, and any claim being made?
No.
All right. So the appointed boards, the fair, airport, mosquito, planning, health, weed, refuge, museum, and then we had the silos area and Broadwater Trust. Okay, I didn't think there was any others, but, full-time officers, 23, this is sheriff's office. $5,000 deductible applies there. 3 part-time, average number of inmates, 35.
Yes. Hey Julie, Parks and Rec is a new board as of last year.
Parks and Recs, okay.
Parks and Recreation.
That's different than the silos and from, okay.
It is,
Very
yeah.
good. All right, I can put that on. No problem. All right, vehicles. Last year, we talked about the zoning commission liability, the ethical violations liability, and the floodplains regulation enforcement liability. And that was for, only legal defense only. And we still want that. It's an additional premium. I can't break it down for you. But it only covers legal for the county.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. You guys haven't had any claims this year, so it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Very,
It's just the way we like it.
yeah, absolutely. Did any of you do their webinars for the mid-policy reviews?
No, but I did try. Amelia's aware of this. The state had gone in and was doing some upgrades to the email system, and my system was down for those 2 days plus one more.
Okay, it was good,
I think it would have been, most of theirs are,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll give it again.
Good.
So, if you guys want to do it. The only really big things there, it's not, they don't plan on too many changes this year. Let me see. Property. They are proposing the name change to Maple Property and Casualty Trust. And I'm sure that will pass. Greg, or somebody from Mako and myself plan on meeting with the commissioner sometime in April or May this year to kind of go over the renewal again, so that should be good. And that is about all I have, other than a signature saying it's all right for me to send the information in that we went over. And if you have any questions.
No question, but I'll move that we sign the paperwork.
Second motion.
Give me a second, we sign.
Just where it's highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motion, Franklin? Call for the vote.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.
All right, thank you.
What's this GMC truck? I'm rolling.
It's been on the list forever, and nobody knows where it come from, and if you tell me to take it off, I will take it off.
What is it?
GMC truck.
Nobody seems to know who it belongs to, but it's been on there.
And the VIN number isn't correct, obviously.
Yeah.
We should, at least put out an email and see if there's any response. If there isn't,
Yeah,
we should
we
take it
can
off.
happily.
Yeah.
I just don't remove anything out without written confirmation,
Yeah,
so.
I understand that. As far as questions during the year, thank you. You always get back
Oh.
immediately.
Absolutely,
I appreciate
anytime you
that.
guys need, yes. Happily.
Any other questions for Julie?
Which is the GMC truck you were pointing out, Elaine?
It's unknown, it's on the second page of the vehicle. thing.
Number 53.
Okay. I can draft a memo, and if we don't hear from anybody, we'll send you a letter.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Julie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for all that you do for us.
Thank you.
Julie. Fusion is the red car, right?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
I said the Fusion is the red car. The little red one. Do we have an expedition also?
The commissioners of the fleet, Explorer, no expedition.
No. Is the expedition on there?
I don't see it.
No.
That's why I was looking.
That's, that was my vehicle. Which been gone now.
Here's the other Fusion. This Ford Explorer under the Commissioner is the white one, right?
Yeah.
The other one's the red one.
Yep.
Can we have Brian come up and look at his vehicles and see if there's anything missing or
Okay,
you come up and take a look at his under
I
summer
looked at
please?
it once, but
Oh, you can.
I think we're okay.
Okay.
There's a couple others on the other equipment list that go on those two. Go back a little bit. The hardest part I have with this is figuring out how many canisters we have every year, because I forget to write it down. But I've written it down now, so I know.
You say the backhoe's not listed?
Yeah, it's,
Oh, okay.
any of these with the SW behind them are solid waste vehicles or heavy equipment.
Thank you.
communication towers, repeaters.
I have something to bring up, and that was, we all got an email from Mike Conkey about putting a generator at the grounds.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent a letter to all the three of us, the fair board and the rodeo board. My question is, why was the rodeo board included? Because it's at the 4-H building. It's not on any of theirs. So why would they have any say on it?
I don't know, I just assumed that when he sent it out, he sent it to everyone, not knowing who really has the say. That's my guess. But yeah, where that's going, they wouldn't have anything to say on it at
They
all.
don't have anything to say on it,
Mhm.
not over at that building.
I guess, if there's anything comes up, it's just, that they'd be, if they wanna come say something, it'd be different, but actually, they have no say.
No. Do you know anything?
No, I responded to him about the question he had on the bid total. And he did request to have a meeting with the group that was formed when you and I first came on the commission, which consisted of a member-at-large, rodeo fair, commission representative, and city council representative. So I don't know if it's in that context too, but I think what he's trying to do is build consensus regardless. Keep people informed.
Sounds good.
See, there's gonna have to be some kind of a thing set up then, because they got those gates locked. So, once the generator's in there, you know, who'll be going there, what's gonna be the, one gate will always be open, or.
Well, mine will have to have a key, for the obvious
Yes.
reason.
I'm sure it'll be somebody, maybe you will be the one that's designated to check it.
Well,
I'm sure
I
they'll
wrote
check it.
back to him and said, he said something about needing phone line out there. And I wrote back and said, there already is one,
Mhm.
and it's in the
That one,
south,
exhibition building, is that?
Yeah. in the southeast corner. No, northeast corner, sorry. Got turned around. And it makes sense to have a command center. If our town was flooded, where are they gonna go?
Mhm.
You know, this building's out.
Or chemical propane wreck from the railroad down here, whole town be pretty much evacuated.
Do we have any more mail, Franklin?
Here's, Debbie sent out that, insurance is really going up by 2% effective April. We took like $1,200 a month instead of $11.76.
Frankly, that memo should probably come all the way over here so that Ann can put it in with her, documents of what came in the mail, recording of this.
Town Volunteer Fire Department. Town Fire Department is, on behalf of the city of Townsend Volunteer Fire Department, we'd like to sincerely thank you for the additional funding to properly equip our new fire apparatus. Additional monies have been spent on the necessary equipment to put the truck into service to provide fire protection. City, excuse me, Townsend and Broward County.
We better send it down to Ann.
This is on that lawsuit.
You want to read it to all of us, please?
Okay, Broward County Commissioners Gravely and Slifka. That's Winslow versus Broward County Board of Commissioners. Dear Commissioners Gravely and Slifka, please find enclosed plaintiff's first discovery request. Commissioner Obert has compiled much of the information responsive to these requests. However, we are obligated to produce all county records responsive to these requests. If either of you have file materials or emails or other documents in your possession regarding Natalie Winslow, please relay them at your earliest convenience. Please consider this a request for all of your documents, electronic or otherwise, relating to this case. If we do not comply with discovery rules by producing discoverable material, Broward County could be sanctioned or suffer adverse consequences if brought before the court. Please provide the material by February 9, 2015. I will determine whether an objection may be lodged with regard to the production, but I must see the documents before I can do so. Thank you for your cooperation. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. H. Lennon.
When do they have to be in?
Says February 9. Copy this, you have a set and I need two, right?
I haven't gotten one, no.
No, I mean, this, they were just sending both of us right here, on this here. You want to do this?
Well, Ann needs the original.
Do you want to make the copies in hand, make 2 copies? Okay, I agree.
That letter needs to go with it too, Franklin.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for you to get it done, I'll just stick them all together here.
They don't necessarily need to go back in the envelopes, since Ann's just gonna take them out again, so you could save her a couple seconds by not putting it back.
I'll just put it right there, we can get through it.
Did you?
You want some more time on it, or?
I'll read fast.
Well, yeah, we'll have a copy for this afternoon. I assume you have it this afternoon, Ann?
Point of order, I do think in the future, probably, legal defense shouldn't be brought out in a public meeting, since that is protected by the Constitution. Franklin?
That's true.
No, this is this is to be given to the road supervisor. So you distribute the road shops on your right. It comes to us there, so I'll get that to Dana then, put it in his box anyway.
Franklin, there's a reason it came to the commissioners. What that probably is, and you need to look at the letter and share it with us, is probably letting us know that that was also sent. My guess is that is what Julie was talking about, that the webinar was about. It's from JPIA, that's our insurance trust. We need to know what that is, and you need to share it with the
Well,
public and then give it
there
back
it
to
is.
Ann.
And it's to give to the road supervisor. Okay, 11M, Safety Committee Policy, Decision, Health Insurance Requirements for Elected Officials and Decision.
The safety committee, these are all, I'm not gonna make copies, hard copies of things that have been sent out via email. Do you want me to pass that along? CDs are being mailed to each of the county commissioners' offices. That would be the 3 of us.
That's right, I saw that.
And this is regarding information that will be coming out at Safety Fest. However, we thought it would be a good idea to get it to the counties as well. It would be wise to at least review the DVDs. You want me to keep that? You don't need that, do you? All right. Amelia McEwen, who is the safety coordinator for JPIA, again, our insurance trust, has sent us a couple of emails and also walked the county through starting or restarting our safety committee. The safety committee is required by both federal and state law that counties have one. We have an email to that effect that was sent to us. Safety Culture Act is the federal act that determines we have to have this. Amelia also sent to all of us the MACO On Track Safety Program Evaluation Profile. What it asks for is there commission support of the safety committee? Does a commissioner attend? Do employees attend? Do members attend at least 75% of the time? And there's 4 pages, well, 3 pages worth of questions and 1 signature page. So what we have tried to do, Brian is still here and Mike is here, who are the co-chairs for the safety committee. This can save taxpayers money, and that's why we want to do it. In fact, I would like to officially ask the commission to attend in full. I've already asked Brian. There is a safety awards lunch during the Mako Midwinter, Wednesday afternoon at 12 p.m. At that lunch, several counties will receive checks for having implemented safety programs. Amelia will probably talk about some of the innovative things that they did and how much money they save their counties. This is something I've tried to make comments about, but it hasn't gotten very far, so I'm hoping that Mako can help us with this.
What time is that, Wednesday afternoon? No time on there yet?
12 noon lunch. And it's on your agenda. So, in the interest of trying to get the safety program up and going as it should be, the commission agreed to offer leadership to that. Unfortunately, we have not been attending the meetings as the commission should. One meeting had Ann and Brian alone. And then we had a discussion in a commission meeting in which it was stated we don't need a safety committee, and if anyone wants to participate, they can, but it's totally up to them. So with that in mind, I went to Mako and said, I need some help. I need teeth in order to get this off the ground. So a policy was written with the help of Amelia and vetted by both legal counsel at Mako, Mike Saystad, and the county attorney here. The committee, the safety committee, then last month reviewed it and offered further edits. That's what we have here. There's just one copy. Again, you can view it via email, and I can send you another one if you like. But I would like to request that we pass this. In lieu of leadership, sometimes you have to spend more money. What this does is it creates an incentive for people to go. It also provides teeth to ensure some kind of safety climate and culture in Broadwater County. If a department is notorious about not attending, they will be responsible for helping to pay for the liability insurance. Brian, did you want to add anything, or Mike, about safety program, safety committee, anything at all? All
Not
right.
at this time.
Okay, thanks. So with that, I'm going to move that we adopt the Broadwater County Safety Committee participating policy.
I'll second that motion. It will definitely save us money on the liability insurance.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the price, or the checks that some of these counties get back are tremendous. You know, we can certainly put more and more money into insurance, but if we don't have to, I don't think we should. And the thing is if we save somebody's back, or save somebody from having an accident, it seems to me that that's even more important than the money we save the taxpayers.
Okay. Would you repeat the motion, please?
I move that we adopt the Broadwater County Safety Committee participating policy.
And I second it.
I move the second to adopt this safety committee policy. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Have you signed it?
Public comment?
Roger?
I know from experience that these safety committee meetings are as dull as watching paint dry on a wall. And believe me, I know about watching paint dry on a wall. But from my experience with work comp and also with Medicare, anything you can do to reduce your claims, your loss ratio, will help you as far as next time you want to get insurance. And if one of the truck drivers or something does something unsafe, I know of incidents where a gentleman was climbing out of a dump truck and stepped on the running board and slipped off of it and caught his tailbone on the running board. And claims came in at about $300,000. And plus that, the work comp rates went up next year. If you have some catastrophic claims, 3 of your employees killed in an accident and they're at fault. So this, like again, even though this is like watching paint dry on a wall, this is essential.
Thanks, Roger, and thank you, Brian, for your leadership on the committee, and Mike for your attendance as well.
Cheryl?
That participation policy, what does that require of the county and the commissioners and?
Well, basically what it requires that the department heads and employees come to these safety meetings. It's kind of the department head, I guess, to get his people there, his or her people. Basically, that's what it entails. Any other comments? Public comments?
Can the public sit on that committee?
I don't know, I guess the public can come to the meeting, as far as I know.
County meetings, committee meetings and such, yeah, they're open to the public.
Sure.
I don't wanna say this in any pride at all, but I've got a whole bunch of experience in this. Would you like me
You're more than
To
welcome
help.
to come. We meet on the first Thursday of the month, we just changed that, so I had to be. First Thursday of the month, we'll be at the health office this month, in their conference room.
So that's this Thursday, is it?
Yes.
What time?
At 3 o'clock,
3 o'clock, and health office, you say?
at the health office across the way over here.
Okay, 3 o'clock on Thursday. Thank you.
I think that's what.
You should double check.
I don't have it written down in front of me, but I think that's what.
Sharon Joy, reporter. Are the commissioners all on the committee, or just one, or?
Officially, we all are. Yep.
Is you looking for something, or?
No, we're looking for the traffic court.
Just straight down the hall.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
That's fine.
So the second half of this agenda item is the health insurance requirements for elected officials decision. This is just, we already took the vote, but it's putting it on the agenda so that it is properly noticed. So just taking the motion that was already made and in the minutes from January 23rd, I move to adopt the settlement proposed by the Broadwater County Attorney and voted for by unanimous vote of the commission on January 23rd, 2015, that all employees who work 32 hours or more per week are required to participate in the Teamsters health insurance, including elected officials, and all who will receive the benefit are required to work at least 32 hours in a week, at least 1 week per month. Those hours must be documented and verifiable, and due hourly compensation shall not exceed the base salary set by statute. And that's a motion.
Second.
Moved and second. I'm not gonna try to repeat the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.
Do you want that in? All right. I'm gonna make sure to get that right.
Okay, get that. 11:15. We're right on Mike Myers, building supervisor. Come on up.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right. Oh.
Yes, yeah.
My biggest thing here on why I'm here today is because I can't keep up with it. So I'm asking for help with an employee. Just the job duties since I've taken over have increased. Just in 2.5 years, it's changed dramatically over what maintenance should be and what I've turned it into, and what it's supposed to be. Just the buildings, it's a daily thing going through the heating systems. You got WIC, got extension, courthouse, just counting those, you go through, you make sure that the doors are working, the heating system's working, plumbing's not leaking, plumbing's working. It's a big job. And fixing wiring, adding plug-ins for people, elevator inspections, generator inspections. Then you go over into the jail. Locks, I was recommended once a month. I'm trying to do it quarterly. Since Jerry's left, I haven't been able to get the locks. I chase them as they break. It's just the plumbing, it's weekly, it should be, well, it's a monthly thing on plumbing, going through the water softening system, that's a weekly thing. That's a 24/7 heating system and cooling system over there. It's not like a house. This place here, at least it shuts down at night, or it's not as, the usage here isn't as great. We go through close to, around 7,000 gallons of water a month over there, just in the toilets and sinks, through the softening system. I'm getting ready to go into spring. And that's not counting the projects. There's always gonna be projects. It's like the wall, I still have to build the cinder block wall over here. I'm in the process of remodeling the control room because it needs to be upgraded. I have a new roof wall in the file room. Doors are always breaking. Hinges need to be fixed in the jail. I can't keep up with it, I'm just chasing things. So I'm trying to ask for somebody for 32 to 40 hours a week, so that I can try to find somebody who's qualified.
There's no doubt you need it. When you first came on, we didn't have anybody that would do a lot of that stuff, and so we had to hire outside people to do plumbing, electrical, and all of the above. And you've taken it all on, which saves us money, but we're running you ragged, and that's not fair either.
I know Warren had before that, he had about 35 to 40,000 a year that he was spending in subcontractor costs, and I've dropped it to 5. That's in just this building. I don't know what I've done here because I'm not involved in their budget. And I know that they don't hardly have any subcontractors. When they have a problem with the camera, they're starting to call me. When they have a problem with their security system, they're starting to call me. Because now, because I've been diving into all their stuff, I'm getting to know all their stuff. So it's faster and easier if somebody's on site that can go over and fix it, instead of waiting for a week for somebody to come in when they have a problem. So And Nick and I have talked a lot about it too. I just haven't been able to keep up with what the normal monthly, daily, weekly maintenance issues are. I can't keep up with it.
Would that person also do the bathrooms and empty garbage?
Only when needed to. I think we keep it the way it has been. I need to increase on maintenance issues. I mean, I can't, like, I have a little roof, shed roof down here I need to fix. It's been sitting there for a year because I can't get to it.
One thing that we need to remember too, Mike, is not only were you never hired to be someone who did the cleaning, you were hired to be the maintenance supervisor, but we never, prior to you, had anybody hired to take care of the jail side. That was all contract. You've not only helped that budget tremendously, but you've spent a lot of time on that side as well as this side, as well as other buildings, doing that kind of contracted maintenance. So I think what we need to realize is, not only have you taken on more here, which was just what the previous job was, you actually added on another full-time job on yourself.
Well, the jail's a huge job.
Yeah, it is.
It's a full-time.
It is a full-time. I spend 75% of my time over there. I mean, we got instant hot water heaters that should be going through every week, you know, 'cause they get used a lot. They're constantly being used. So you just have more things you gotta check, more things, just so that you can prevent a breakdown from happening. Because when a breakdown happens, it ends up being, if you can catch it prior to it, then you don't have the huge expense of having to bring somebody in real quick because I don't have the parts or something. Now at least I've been able to catch it before it happens.
Well, and that is my understanding that you have caught a lot of things were done in a cheap way, shall we say, and,
Yeah, redoing the plumbing over there. I've been having to redo a lot of the plumbing in the water closets. They didn't do a very good job. All the pipes were closing up. I've been having to replace slowly all the plumbing in the water closets. They were closing up. I had 2-inch pipe that barely put a pencil through it.
Wow.
And part of it's our hard water too. And the water softening system helps a lot, but that's another one, you gotta go through and check that. And there's some cleaning in the heads in there you're supposed to do every month to make sure it's working properly and running properly. So, it's a little bigger system than a house system.
right.
But just as important to upkeep as we would our houses.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking for a technician, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for more technician. I mean, then we get into yard stuff. I mean, yard stuff coming up. I mean, I do more than just mow the lawn. I mean, I take care of all the ants and all the other problems in senior center.
Sprinkler system.
Sprinkler system, you need to run them every month to make sure, because they run at night, and run them during the day once in a while so that you can see if a kid rode through with their car or their bicycle and broke a head off. So not spraying out in the street and wasting water. And just the adjusting of it, I know that there's a way to, you could bring in somebody, but I think it would give better savings to hire somebody in-house. Wintertime, we've been pretty lucky this winter so far. Early winter, on average, if I look back at my day planner, it's usually 2 days a week I'm doing snow removal. I haven't had to do any for 3 weeks, knock on wood.
Say that very loud.
Let it melt. I know that we need it for fire danger, but let it melt. But I mean, in early season, I got a lot of help from Brian, and it was huge to help get the parking lots out and the senior center and stuff, because I mean, they need a little bit more than just to sweep the walks over there. So, that's pretty much what I'm asking for. I'm asking for somebody to give me a hand.
So to maintain the status quo of what you've been doing, you need a 32 to 40 hour
Yeah.
technician.
To do it right. I'm still not able to get to a lot of the stuff that I need to get to.
Do you think you'll be able to find somebody in Townsend by advertising in the local paper, or you're gonna have to go outside?
I'm gonna first advertise in the local paper and see if I can find somebody who can, I think we can find somebody in Townsend here. If we can offer a little bit more than just 25 hours a week, I'm not gonna get a qualified person for anything under 32. Nobody wants that, to work like that. They can't support and feed a family.
With the money that you save by not hiring subcontractors, I mean, we all know how much plumbers charge, much less electricians, much less a whole team of contractors to do the rebuilding. You do have the money in your budget just through those savings. So I will move that we allow you to proceed with what you need personnel-wise so that you can do the job we hired you to do.
And then the other thing too is, I mean, I'm hoping in the future we can possibly I can take over the buildings of the airport, the fairgrounds. I mean, they don't really have anybody out there. I see some of the bills that come in. It's ridiculous. And I'm not talking about the guy who knows it, I'm just talking about some of the building issues that they have,
Yeah,
so.
if we can, like you said, address things before they become problems or break, it's not cost effective.
Well, yeah, I'll look at my budget, but I'm not sure if I have complete room in my budget for, I think, 32 to 40 hours of person and insurance.
That's what I was wondering, if we could hold it at the 30 hours, and then in the summer, lawn work, stuff like that, probably pick up, anybody could do that type of stuff.
Well, Larry, I mean, you're still looking at, somebody doing the lawn work is still an increase to 32 to 40 hour a week person year round. The cost of having somebody come in and do the mowing for me. And a lot of stuff I need help. I'm gonna get Nick to help me a lot. I mean, I can't carry everything. It takes two people on a lot of things, like going in the showers. I mean, I have to get a detention officer to help me with the shower and pull all the screws down, hold the panel. The panel weighs about 100 and some pounds. It's, and then you gotta hold it and then check everything and make sure it's not leaking. It's all electronic controls back there. But, I mean, I don't think that a 30-hour week person, I had that with Jerry, it wasn't enough. It was tough to keep up with it even with 30 hours, because we always ran over. So,
I'll second the motion because I've been watching, and you have saved this county one heck of a pile of money instead of having to hire outside contractors.
some of the projects have saved a lot of money.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. Tremendous.
All right,
Probably should vote on this before you go, just so that you know.
Yeah, or maybe get some information, advertise and see what you come up with, and maybe go from there.
okay.
I think you need to know before you go to advertising, because then if somebody comes and asks about the job, you have to be able to say, this is what it is, and this is how many hours. I mean, I wouldn't want to apply for a job and not having the idea
What you're gonna have, yeah.
what I'd be working.
I'm not gonna get anybody worth anything if it's not gonna be 32 to 40 hours with insurance. Really,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna find it, but we could have found that out last time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I gotta have a better pool of applicants.
And they need to have a base education as far as what it is you're asking them to do.
That's right.
Again, this isn't somebody who's being hired to pick up garbage or pull weeds. This is somebody who's being hired as a technical and expert assistant. They need a base.
I mean, the HVACs alone, I mean, during the summertime with the cooling systems on them, that's 1 week a month, 5 days a week for 2 guys to go through. I mean, to check everything and make sure the coils are clean and working properly. It's pretty dusty out here. So, and it takes 2 people on a lot of stuff.
We saw lack of maintenance of the heating system, just because we didn't have that expertise, cost us a lot of money and a lot of days without heat, or emergency call-outs
And the air conditioning.
and air conditioning. Now, we've sent people home because it got to over 90 in here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, talk about lost work. Of course, they were still being paid, because you can't tell someone they're not gonna be paid because you can't afford to keep the house, or the courthouse at a workable,
Computers were shutting down because of the heat.
right,
That's
Yeah.
when things break down, when it's really cold or when it's really hot.
exactly. So Franklin, I call for the question.
Okay, you gonna make the motion?
I already did.
I seconded.
Okay, moved and seconded. The motion to have Mike go ahead and check with the,
Have Mike proceed with what he
proceed
needs.
with contacting a helper, put it that way.
My motion was to let Mike proceed with what he needs in order to do the job that we have tasked him to do. I think it's important we keep that as a professional motion.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good luck.
Mike.
Okay, it's 11:30. Public hearing for resolution to uphold MCA 7-42708 regarding hiring personal attorneys. Now, open for public comment. This has been available. I don't know if anybody looked at or anything, but anyway, it's open for public comment. Sharon?
Sharon Doyle, reporter. Could you just read it, please?
Okay. I want to bore you too bad. Broward County Board of County Commissioners resolution to adopt a policy prohibiting the hiring of outside attorneys by county departments or department leaders without pre-approval. The Broward County government has expended significant financial sums over the past 2 years to litigate, resolve, and pay for internal conflicts between various parts of the county government. These lawsuits have been disruptive to the goodwill and effective functioning of the county government. They result in the expenditure of thousands of dollars in unnecessary legal fees and costs in order to get back to best practices and reestablish an era of county government and its officials, employees, departments, and customers working together. The county commission adopts a resolution regarding legal representation and advice. Whereas the county commission directs civil lawsuits to which the county is a party under Montana Code annotated MCA 752104. Whereas the commission has authority to settle a claim or lawsuit against the county under MCA 29304. Whereas the county has a duty to identify and to defend a county officer, employee, or department for litigation related to its official duties under MCA 29305. Where the county attorney is the legal advisor of the county and its subdivisions under MCA 747211. And whereas the commission has authority to contract for an outside attorney to represent or advise the county of its or its officers, employees, or departments under MCA 742708. Therefore, the commission directs the county attorney is the legal advisor for the county government, county commission, and all department leaders shall seek legal advice from the county attorney for all legal issues necessary for them to carry out their duties. This includes review of all contract disputes or legal interpretations, requiring any legal opinion and ordinary matters arising in the course of county business. Except for ongoing communications with the sheriff's office regarding criminal cases, all requests for legal assistance are encouraged to come from the head of the department to the county attorney in order to minimize, multiply, or duplicate requests. An individual employee can bypass this procedure if good judgment, emergencies, or other good faith reasons suggested. Due to the heavy demands and strict timelines of the county attorney criminal cases, all requests for civil legal assistance should be made as soon as the issue is known in order to allow the county attorney time to address them before any possible deadlines. In order for maximum clarity, the request should include any applicable background and material in order to assist receiving timely answer. Communication with the county attorney should be specifically under county relevant business and legal issues. County commissioner and department leaders shall not seek or retain outside legal counsel unless one of the following occurs. The contracts for outside counsel. The commission approves the department contract for outside counsel at an agreed upon fee rate and limit, or both of the following occur. The department leader employee obtains a legal opinion from the legal counsel of the Montana Association of Counties, that the commission persists in a purposely legal error, and department leader or employee should seek counsel to correct the error, and department leader or employee obtains a legal opinion from the Montana Attorney General that the county attorney persists in a purposeful legal error, and the department leader or employee should seek counsel to correct the error. The commission agrees that the circumstances of the previous paragraph occur. The commission shall pay the reasonable legal fees and cost recommendation. The commission shall not pay the legal fee of outside counsel in any other instance for a county officer, employee, agent, representing department, or subdivision unless proceed to an order by court of competent jurisdiction. The commission recognizes the important and valuable legal and policy advice offered by Mako personnel, including its legal counsel. However, the commission instructs all county personnel to refrain from engaging Mako personnel in discussions of legal issues without notifying, including the county attorney, in those. Oh, I think this is to tell them about the public hearing.
Thank you.
Do we have any public comment? Roger?
This is just a clarification of existing law, isn't it?
Basically it is, yeah. Actually, you know what, the way things are here now, I don't think much as would take place. We have a real competent county attorney here that people can go to and get information. These last couple of years have been pretty strained. I think you realize that. Any other public comment?
I'd like to request that we have the county attorney join us for this particular discussion.
Do what?
Ask
County
her to
attorney
come.
join us for this particular discussion, especially before any more such comments are made.
Okay, you wanna see if you get
Mr. Attorney.
Hello.
Come on up, Cory.
I apologize, I got stuck on a